Moving now to report CC 35 2023. Moving that way, Councillor Hill, seconded Councillor Dunn. Speaking on that, were you speaking to start, Councillor Olsen?
Yeah, just a question on making the rates. We use land values for as part of our calculation to work out the cost of to the ratepayer. With the land values all coming back, and some of them have gone up double, triple in values, how will that affect our council land rates in the near future?
Chief Financial Officer.
Thank you, Councillor Olsen. So council rates are still limited by the rate peg, so we'll still be going up by 3.8%. What happens with regard to land values is those land values that have gone up higher than the average will see an increase higher than 3.8%. Those that have a land value that has not gone up or is below the average may see a smaller increase or even a decrease in their total rates in general. So it kind of depends on where their final land value has been determined by the value of general.
Right. It's interesting. It's interesting that we can only increase our rates by 3.8%, and that's 3.8% overall. So everybody was concerned. But that's at the moment where we're controlled by rate pegging. There is a possibility that in the future that rate pegging will go, and then these land values have tripled or doubled or whatever could be a big bearing on what the landowner pays in rates in the future. I have had a lot of people speak to me about it, and the way we're looking financially as a council, and as every council in the state struggles for funding, and we see that the state government is broke and the federal government's going broke. There may be, one day they might remove rate pegging, and then these land values that mightn't mean much now, in 5 years' time could mean a lot to people. And I've really got some concerns about that. So let's hope that doesn't happen, because otherwise we'll see a lot of people not being able to afford to pay their land rates.
Speaking that way.
Thank you, Mr. Val. I'd like to, if I could, move an amendment to the existing resolution as it on screen. I believe there's been an amendment provided just below, just to include an additional section in dot point 1 to have the removal of the $499,000 election expenses line item removed.
Thank you, and that's accepted by seconded Councillor Dunn. Yep. So that now is the motion. Speaking. This Councillor Olsen.
Yeah. Just on that, where's that change our deficit? That bring it back to about $6 million deficit, does it?
To the Chief Financial Officer.
Yeah, so makes the operating deficit pretty much being on the $6 million. Yep.
So is that?
6 million, yes.
6 mil. So 6 mil deficit. I think it's. I'm a little bit shocked, really, because last year we set a surplus budget, ended up being nearly $1.7 million deficit. Now we're setting a $6.5 million deficit budget, and I'm concerned that we know that the state government's got a $7 billion black hole. The federal government's got massive debt as well. I'm concerned that some of our grants will dry up, and that puts more and more pressure on us and where our $6.5 million deficit is. What also amazes me is that this is a document that we're running off, and a councillor finds an error just by reading the document. I'm just concerned that is there any more errors in there that I can find. I can pick up one very easy, and I'm not an accountant. I never professed to be an accountant, but I found an error that brought our budget down, changed our budget by $500,000. Now that's a concern to me. how do they make that sort of mistake? That's a massive mistake, $500,000 change around.